According to the latest reports, Warner Bros. And Legendary are serious about continuing the Pacific Rim franchise and are planning to release a third film. Insiders say an official announcement is expected by the end of the fall, and the studios are currently looking for a director and writer. However, it's been reported that a rough draft of the script for the third movie is already prepared and has even been approved by the franchise's creator, Guillermo del Toro. Back in 2016, del Toro openly stated that while working on the first Pacific Rim, he had grand plans for an entire franchise. He envisioned no more than 4 main films, but didn't rule out potential spin-offs and prequels. He has consistently maintained that Pacific Rim has much more to offer than just 2 full-length films and 1 show, holding numerous concepts for future expansions. After the release of Uprising, del Toro presented Warner Bros. With detailed script drafts and a franchise lore blueprint laying out a vast cinematic universe. He provided extensive material envisioning an entire cinematic universe with detailed descriptions of the Pacific Rim mythology and branching plot lines. While Uprising received a mixed response from fans of the original, it proved financially viable, paving the way for the development of a third movie. Now, 5 years later, the buzz around a potential Pacific Rim 3 is stronger than ever. Filmmakers promise that this new chapter will correct the flaws of the previous installment and aim to recapture the original's acclaim and success. Pacific Rim 3 needs to be unique yet recognizable, preserving the distinctive charm of the original. If the creators opt for a style similar to the second film, it could be another setback, as the sequel's appeal mainly rested on the original's strengths. It's crucial to acknowledge the mistake in the stylistic approach and return to the familiar visual concept to ensure that the third movie captures everyone's attention. The creators are already promising to focus on the realism of the narrative, returning to the approach of the first film. This is especially true for the action sequences. Viewers will need to believe once again in the reality of the battles between giant creatures, so the dynamics must be handled appropriately. It has always seemed that the first Pacific Rim is underrated. While critics may have had reservations about the plot and the acting, the film holds its own value. The attention to detail and the meticulousness with which del Toro brought his vision to life are impressive. One could argue that in this movie, form takes precedence over content. However, this is only a problem if the form captivates the viewer and holds their attention until the end. Even after 10 years, Pacific Rim remains impressive. In Uprising, not only was del Toro's visionary touch lost, but the entire atmosphere of the original suffered. Unique design and the logic of the world were also compromised. Threequel must focus on the uniqueness and spectacle of the first part. Stephen DeKnight, the director of Uprising, admitted that they chose the wrong direction for the narrative. He has often shared his desire to fix the situation and direct the third installment. Initially, the second film was meant to be just the beginning of a large-scale storyline about humanity's massive war against the kaiju. It's been revealed that the film's events will unfold in the underground world of kaiju, known as the Antiverse. We will witness how the Pan-Pacific Defense Corps brings the fight to the precursors and their kaiju on their own turf, aiming to put an end to their imminent threat once and for all. This plot was already teased in the conclusion of Uprising. In the potential storyline of Pacific Rim 3, humanity, drawing on lessons from past battles with the kaiju and the wreckage of the Jaegers, develops advanced technologies to create a new generation of combat machines. These machines are capable of operating under the extreme conditions of other worlds, featuring enhanced armor, weapons, and life support systems for extended missions in hostile environments. A team of engineers and scientists, including veterans from the first 2 films, works on creating a portal that will not only open a path to the Antiverse, but also ensure a safe return. Under Jake's leadership, an elite group of pilots from various countries is formed, united by a common goal to penetrate the Antiverse and strike at the kaiju. When humans enter the Antiverse, they don't just face monstrous enemies. They discover a sophisticated ecosystem where kaiju overlords dominate, manipulating other creatures as weapons. During their mission, they stumble upon various oppressed species under kaiju rule and form tenuous alliances. It turns out that they are an advanced civilization with imperial ambitions. By forging alliances with these other enslaved races, the team launches a massive assault against the kaiju overlords, utilizing innovative strategies and weaponry. The battle culminates in humanity's triumph, leading to the conquest of the kaiju realm and the dawn of a new era of peace. Guillermo del Toro always promised an epic, franchise-ending war for humanity's survival. Stephen DeKnight has even likened Pacific Rim to Star Wars, hinting that future entries might not just be sequels, but also spin-offs with fresh narratives and expanded lore. While Pacific Rim might not hit the blockbuster highs of Star Wars or MCU, it has carved out a beloved niche since its debut a decade ago. With Pacific Rim 3, there's not just a chance but an obligation to restore the franchise's glory. The creators need to recapture the magic of the original, a compelling mix of stunning visuals and a well-crafted world. This third installment must not only respect the original's legacy, but also take the franchise to unprecedented heights. Warner Brothers and Legendary Entertainment have a monumental task ahead, delivering a film that meets fan expectations while staying true to the series' roots.